Hey guys, this is Vargas, and I am back again with another DVD haul. This is the DVDs that I got through Moviefreak Bazaar for the last 2 weeks. I'm in this run where he does sales each week, but I buy 2 weeks and then I try to go pick up the stuff so I can hopefully watch it and do a review pickup video. So this is the stuff that I got, and I must say I'm really happy with the haul. I did go a little overboard, but I got some really good stuff to talk about.
Hey, dumbass!
Oh, hey, Macabre, you're back from hell. How was that trip?
Yes, I am back. It was a lot of fun. Lots of booze, lots of boobs, lots of drugs and depravity. It really was a good vacationing time.
Yeah, okay. Good to see that you're keeping up with your stuff.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, just doing a DVD pickup video,
You better not be doing no horror DVDs, or else.
Not at all. Not gonna do the horror movies. That's totally on you, man. You can go ahead and talk about the horror movies. Yeah, you can totally do that.
Damn right you won't. I'm watching you.
Okay. So, as I was saying, I picked up this movie from Moviefreak Bazaar. This is Battlestar Galactica, the movie. This is the 2-hour long movie that was the pilot for the actual TV show. And I really like Battlestar Galactica. I actually have, when I think of Battlestar Galactica, I think of the Cylons, this design, because I would watch this on TV. And they didn't show it as frequently as I would have liked, but I was able to catch some episodes, and I liked it. I dug it a lot, and I actually have one of these little figures, and but this is the 2-hour movie that led to the TV series, and I remember this looking a lot and feeling a lot like a Star Wars, and it's because I think one of the special effects guys that worked on Star Wars did the effects on this, so that's why it kind of looks similar, but yeah, I love Battlestar Galactica. The remake that they showed in, I think in Sci-Fi, was pretty good. I have some of the seasons on DVD. And I enjoyed it, except for the last season. But yeah, it was pretty good. But I've been wanting to get the original series on DVD, so glad to have this. Also, as I've mentioned before, I'm on this run to pick up Christmas movies or religious movies, and because they're fun. Christmas, because it was the Christmas season last month, and but I don't know, I got on this kick to watch Christmas movies, and I picked this one up. The only problem with this, I will have to upgrade this if I ever come across it again, because it's a little bit water damaged, which is unfortunate. But this is North Pole. I picked it up just because it has I remember her name was Tiffany Amber Thiessen, but now she's just Tiffany Thiessen. But she was in Saved by the Bell and 90210, but I only watched 90210 because of her. I thought she was really cute. And she was in White Collar, I think. But this is a Christmas Story from Hallmark, and I was actually glad it was from the Hallmark channel, because it's not the intended purpose, but sometimes these Christmas movies from Hallmark are actually kind of funny, which is why I'm tracking them down. Picked up the widescreen version of Clockstoppers. This is a movie that I saw advertised, but never actually went to see it. And it came out, and I don't think I ever rented it. I might have caught it on TV, but didn't really pay much attention. But I remember it got a lot of commercial time. And it's about these kids that have a watch that can stop time, and someone asked after them because of who wouldn't want something that can stop time. So I was like, well, now that I came across it through Moviefreak, I was like, might as well buy it. But I have to check it out. This one, I think I'm pretty sure I bought a Michael Dudikoff DVD last time, and it was his last work for the Canon Group. So Moviefreak had this one. It's Michael Dudikoff in Virtual Assassin, and I was researching this online, and it has a different title than Virtual Assassin, but it looks interesting with the guy with the glowing eyes there. It's when a maniacal cybervillain takes over a high-tech laboratory and holds the occupants of the building hostage. It's up to ex-cop Nick James, Michael Dudikoff, to free the employees and stop the theft of the destructive computer virus. So it sounds like my kind of movie. I really like these cheesy action movies because I mentioned this before. I grew up watching a lot of these type of movies when I was a kid. We didn't have that many channels because we didn't have cable, just basic television. And there's one channel where they would pass a lot of Godzilla movies, a lot of horror movies late at night, action movies, and kung fu movies. So this is my bread and butter, so I'm really glad to pick up that. Again, on the religious subject, I picked up Fireproof with Kirk Cameron, and I was introduced. I'm pretty sure Kirk Cameron was part of a TV show, but I was introduced to Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas through the Cinema Snob, and that's a fun movie if you can track it down or see it somewhere. Saving Christmas is pretty out there, but this, I don't know if it's the same kind of thing, but I got left behind and I wanted to track this one down, and now I have a copy of that. This one is a total blind buy. I don't know anything about this movie. It looks like it might be like Charlie's Angels, but set in like schoolgirls, but picked up Debs, D-E-B-S. It looks like it's a bunch of schoolgirls that get trained to do spy stuff and whatever, but it says it's like a cross between Clueless and Charlie's Angels, so it might be cheesy fun. I don't know. I like the reason I mentioned this a lot of times when I pick up DVDs. The thing that I enjoy about collecting movies is that I'm introduced to some really random stuff, some really bad stuff, but some really good stuff, and some things that are kind of like in between. They're not good. They're actually pretty bad, but they're like enjoyably bad. The biggest thing, I've mentioned this a bunch of times, that a movie can have is it being boring. If it's a boring movie, it's a total waste of time. But if it's a bad movie that makes me laugh, then the movie did its purpose. Another blind buy, no idea what this is about. I thought it might be like, because of the title, it says Utopia, Stories of Loneliness and Isolation. No idea what it's about. I thought maybe it was like something, I don't know, I'd have to actually sit down. I hope it's not a really gut-wrenching drama, because I don't like this type of stuff. This is a repurchase. I already bought this through Moviefreak Bazaar, but it had a little bit of water damage, and I don't like... Call me insane if you must, but I don't like my DVDs having water damage, because the covers look all wrinkly and it just bugs me, and I don't realize that it got water damage until I go pick it up through Moviefreak. Not his fault, not saying anything, you know, it's not his fault that the stuff is like that. It's just that he purchased it and then he sells it, and you know, I pick it up because I want it, but you know, it just bugs me that it has water damage. But so I repurchased this through him, and it's the widescreen limited edition 2-disc set of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I already have this, but the cover is water damaged, and I have this particular copy, because it's a 2-disc set that has the special edition of Star Wars and the theatrical original run without the special effects that George Lucas put in the 90s. I only have the regular theatrical editions on VHS, but I want to get them also on DVD because I don't think there's any plans to release it on Blu-ray, the original theatrical non-special edition. So I like owning this because it really does show the difference between the original movies that came out and then the special editions, and then each time George Lucas or now Disney releases the Star Wars movies, they have more stuff added in, so it's good to see the original non-tainted version of the Star Wars movies. And it really is a different experience to see how stuff has progressed. The worst offenders are definitely the Blu-rays. I don't have the Blu-rays. If I ever come across them cheap, I'll buy them just to have them on the collection for reference. But yeah, the Blu-rays, they butchered for me Return of the Jedi, but that's another thing I'll talk about. But yeah, got this because it's awesome, and now I have all the original theatrical releases on DVD. Also, if you know me, or you follow me, or see my videos, I'm a huge Nicolas Cage fan. It's getting kind of impossible to get all his movies because every month he releases like 5 movies. So it's really hard to collect for Nicolas Cage, but it's fun at the same time. This time through Moviefreak, I picked up a Blu-ray DVD combo set of the Humanity Bureau. No idea what it's about. It's like a sci-fi thing set in the near future, but it has Nicolas Cage. It has no special features, which is weird from a Blu-ray that it has like 0 special features. Usually the DVD is kind of lackluster because they put everything on the Blu-ray. This one has nothing. It only has 1 special features, which is disappointing. But it's another one for the Nicolas Cage collection. This is another blind buy. No idea what it's about. Usually through Moviefreak, he has this sale. When he does his sales, you can get 5 movies for a certain price, 10 movies for a lower price. So I usually pick up the stuff that's more interesting, and I might have 1 or 2 blind buys that I have no idea what they're about, but I pick them up because they look interesting. This is just something I picked up because it looked interesting, but it's 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. It looks like a drama. But it looks like it might be something interesting. I don't know. Again, that's why I love collecting movies, because I come across some really random, weird stuff, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. Pick this one up because it will go into my never-ending Disney collection. I mentioned this before. Collecting Disney, much like collecting Nicolas Cage, is really hard because there's so many movies that either are made directly by Disney or are produced by Disney Studios or are distributed by Disney Studios, but they have the Disney logo on their DVD releases, so I'm like, well, it says Disney, I'll pick it up. But, and my wife also questions, well, why the hell do you buy the DVDs, the Disney DVDs, if we have Disney Plus now? And I'm like, well, because if it's like Netflix, they won't always have the movies there. They might take stuff out. Or they might not have something that nowadays might seem offensive. So that's why it's always, to me, always better to have the physical disc. Or they might alter it. I haven't come across it, but I've heard that they do alter some things that might be considered offensive from the older movies. But I picked this one up and have never seen it, and it's in Disney Plus. But it's a Once Upon a Mattress, which is the story of it's this fairy tale of this princess that has to lay in a bunch of beds, but a pea is in the middle. So it's like because only a real princess will be able to detect it. I don't know. don't know, but it has Carol Burnett, Tracy Ullman, and Zoe Deschanel. So total blind buy, but it's Disney, so have to pick that up. Have a couple of more stuff from, because this is 1 week's worth of stuff, so I have one more week to talk about, and then I'll leave the floor for Macabre to do his horror haul. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here so I don't make one really long video, just two relatively short ones. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.